From lush rainforest to arid deserts, the Earth's ecosystems are shaped by powerful physical forces. In this video, we'll explore how high and low pressure systems, distance from the sea, topography, ocean currents and solar insolation can help to influence the development and distribution of different ecosystems around the world. Atmospheric pressure plays a key role in determining climate and, by extension, ecosystems. High pressure systems, such as those found around 30 degrees north and south of the equator, are associated with descending air that inhibits cloud formation and precipitation. This creates dry, arid environments like the Sahara Desert. In contrast, low pressure zones near the equator encourage rising air, cloud formation and heavy rainfall. This creates ideal conditions for the development of tropical rainforests, which are among the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth. Proximity to the ocean, or continentality, can also significantly affect ecosystem development. Coastal areas generally benefit from moderating influence of the sea, which reduces temperature extremes and increases humidity. This in turn can support more stable and productive ecosystems. However, that's not always the case. In contrast, inland areas far from the sea often experience more extreme temperatures and lower rates of precipitation. This can significantly limit biodiversity and ecosystem productivity. For example, the interior of Australia, which is largely barren desert land. Now, topography, particularly elevation and the presence of mountain ranges, influence both rainfall and temperature. When moist air is forced to rise over mountains, it cools and condenses, resulting in high rainfall on the windward side. Now, that can help to support large levels of vegetation and diverse ecosystems. On the leeward side, however, descending air creates drier conditions. This forms rain shadows and often leads to semi-arid or arid environments. Additionally, higher altitudes are generally colder, which can significantly restrict the types of vegetation that can grow there, with trees typically becoming shorter and shortening the growing season itself. Ocean currents can also play a crucial role in redistributing heat and moisture from across the planet. Warm currents like the Gulf Stream raise temperatures and humidity along adjacent coastlines, supporting temperate forests and other productive ecosystems. This is, for example, what keeps the UK warmer than other places along a similar line of latitude. For example, in the winter, the UK's winter is much milder in comparison to, say, Canada or Russia. In contrast, cold currents like the Peru current cool the air above them and reduce the rate of evaporation. This leads to drier coastal conditions. This is one reason why deserts like the Atacama exist along otherwise tropical coastlines. Yes, they do still receive rainfall, but this is more sporadic. Finally, we'll look at solar insolation. Now, the amount of solar energy received at a given location varies with latitude and is a fundamental driver of ecosystem productivity. As a reminder, the equator receives the most direct sunlight year-round. This fuels high rates of photosynthesis, supporting dense, biodiverse ecosystems like tropical rainforests. What's important to remember with this one is rainforests are there because of the trees themselves, and you'll touch about this more in your topic. In comparison towards the poles, we have lower solar insolation, so the same amount of light is more spread out, which limits significantly plant growth and biodiversity. This means we can have ecosystems more similar to the tundra and boreal forests, which are adapted to cold and low energy environments. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave a thumbs up. Thank you for watching Bonhill Geography. Catch you next time.